Hey everyone, Pastor Mark here on this Palm Sunday. I wish we could be gathered together in church and have the kids coming up the center aisle waving their palm branches and singing, but I'm glad that we can be worshiping together as families at home as well. Matthew tells us in his gospel that as Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey, a large crowd of people gathered around him, and they spread their cloaks on the road in front of him, and some of them cut palm branches and waved them and put those on the road in front of Jesus as well. And Matthew says that the crowds that went ahead of him and the crowds that followed along behind, they began shouting these shouts of praise and saying, "Hosanna to the Son of David. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest heaven." They were shouting words of praise to Jesus as King and as the one who came to save. And when Jesus entered Jerusalem, the whole city, Matthew says, was stirred, and they asked, "Well, who is this?" And the crowds answered, "This is Jesus, the prophet from Nazareth in Galilee." Well, the crowds were praising Jesus that day as King, but they didn't understand what kind of king he really was, or what kind of kingdom he really came to bring. Many of them thought that he had come to conquer Rome, and they had no idea that he had come to conquer the bigger enemies of sin and evil and death. And so as we worship today, may we worship with a much deeper and fuller understanding of who Jesus really is. May we worship him as King of Kings and Lord of Lords.